Shout out to Suki. Like I said, I'm gonna let it rip. I'm gonna let it rip. It's another med check. It's another med check. And this one gonna be real quick. This one is going to be really, 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 really quick. Cause the YouTube sex symbol, I am Robert Reckley, Rob Rax. He said it, I didn't. I ain't doxing. I don't do all that. But the YouTube sex symbol, right, have self-admitted a lot of things. A lot of things. A lot of things. Do people listen or not? That's why critical listening, critical thinking is essential. Because when a person tells you in your face that they are stealing from you, then you need to believe them. Like they say, if a person shows you who they are, believe them. Rob has not only, and let me just go, um, I'm a veteran conscious community person. I go way, way back. I was here before Rob and here before Prime. They newbies. Then they assimilated with cults. The people I ran with, the ones who were shaking and making noise, we didn't assimilate with cults. We supported people, but we didn't assimilate with cults. For instance, my name was Black Conscious Fraud Committee. Black Conscious Fraud Committee, which meant that I was calling out frauds, inconsistencies in information. I was doing a lot of research, doing a lot of debating, and things of that nature. I wasn't nothing nice. People today from the conscious community still know I'm not nothing nice. I'm just not in that element anymore. We're not doing intellectual debates in most of these sectors, not even the conscious sector anymore. It's religion, but and I've surpassed it. I get bored. I have ADHD. I told you I'm a creative, gifted genius. So I'm about to tell you. I haven't even did the stream yet. But Rob Rex has stated, and he's from the conscious community, and most of the people in the conscious community, we do it differently. I did a live stream a couple of days ago, and I'm like, we do it differently. We don't hate. We intellectually debate. So we can go at each other's necks. Is never below the belt, and we still are okay. Like Nuera King, Rob Rack, Octavius Prime, and even Noble knows me. Noble L. He's a Moor. I know he's a Moor by his name. A lot of people don't even know that, right? Atum. And see that Atum right there, Noble, if you're subscribed and you're listening, that Atum, you sound like Polite. Wasn't his name Atum? Remember that Lima Bean song? Lima Bean, that Lima Bean. And then, you know who else music was crazy? Shaka Atmos, man. It was some characters and they was funny. And see, that's what I'm saying. In the conscious community, it's like you learned that there was a lot of people that were crazy, and you learned not to take them seriously, and we learned to laugh. We let them do their thing. We love them like family. They can't help their little problems and stuff. As long as they ain't hurt nobody, you know what I'm saying? But when Rob Rat came out here, he has admitted that he was cloud chasing. And if y'all can't see Prime cloud chasing, Prime them being what? He was over there at Jay Wilson's And he tried to get me to solidify him or whatever. To a certain degree, I did know him and everything, but I wasn't trying to put him in the gap because I already knew he was a Hebrew Israelite. They're misogynists to the worst form. They're manosphere misogynists. They just got their own little separate thing. You got red pill, you got MGTOW, men going their own way. You got blue pill, you got manosphere, you got all different sectors of these same type of incels, right? All right. Well, that's a form. And hey, I'm not gonna say all of the more like, okay, let me slow down just a little bit because there's certain things that I respect about Hebrews, like the language. Because Hebrew is basically just a language. It's not a religion, it's not a race, it's not a people, right? It's a language. And if you really want to understand the Bible, then you're going to have to get the Hebrew interpretation and you're going to have to be able to break it down from Hebrew form to truly understand what the Bible is saying. All right. Like, with the Moors, they're Muslim, Nation of Islam. They're just a separate entity from the Nation of Islam and different things. Now, one of the things that I can respect about the Muslim religion is they're deeply into astrology, deeply into nature and different things of that nature. So there's things that, like, I learned a long time ago that it's like they must have took sacred sciences like semantics, which is sound science, um and I'm into all of that. I debate on this stuff, uh, not genealogy, but uh, vortex math. I'm gonna say vortex math. Um, Study of numbers, numerology, is people might call it. Some people call it gematria. That's from a European standpoint. Um, Astrology. I mean, all kinds of like earth science, herbs, herbology, just a lot of different things. Nature. It's like the sciences are really the study of nature, sciences of the nature, psychology. But there's a sacred psychology that runs deeper than what we know. A lot of stuff that we learn today, the sciences, they've been watered down a little bit, so we won't truly gain a true perspective. And even religion, and which if you look at historically, if you look at all ancient, whether it be ancient Africa, any continent, because it's really only two continents, Africa, which was not, it was Asia Major, Asia Minor, and then when you look at America, religion didn't come around until later. It was spiritual spirituality, and not the spirituality that people talk about today with all of this dark magic and all of that kind of stuff. Because to be honest with you, the true power is from within. It's within. You don't need to do all this special stuff or nothing like that. It's from within. If you're connected to nature, which I observe as God. If you're connected, then you're connected. You know what I'm saying? If you connect to your ancestors, because like I mean, just let's just look at nature. Let's just look at where we came from. Let's just look at the root, because with plants and stuff, everything grows from the root. But I ain't gonna get that deep. I ain't gonna get that deep. I'm starting to go there. Right back to Rob. Rob Rack admitted that he was a narcissist, indirectly and directly. I am the YouTube sex symbol. I'm Rob Rax, baby. You know, that's what narcissists do, right? That's what narcissists do. Then he also admitted that he was clout chasing, and somebody opened the door and let him in. I ain't gonna point no fingers, but a lot of y'all, somebody initiated it, but a lot of y'all are still doing it. I told y'all when it was happening, it was a bad idea. I ran out here and I was like, because this is a male identified sector, you know what I'm saying? So it's like poor little old stud lesbian me, which still represents a woman. versus because you get a lot of that male identification education through religion. Most religions are anti-woman, pro-male. What's her name? Jane Elliott. I think she did a book, The Greeks Created Patriarchy, um, and how it's pushed through religion. But you look it up. Don't believe me, and y'all don't get offended. I'm just trying to break down some things here about who we're dealing with. I'm breaking down some pathology. All right, so these people, these men, like Prime, these Hebrews, New Era King, and he's not so bad. We don't take him seriously either. But they look at women as weak. They look at women as dumb. They know that there is a lot of money in the beefing sector. Cash app, super chats. People pay people to drag. People are paying people to drop people off panels. And these are hustlers. We call them hotep hustlers. So y'all know they see a gold mine over here, right? So they gonna do anything and everything they can to get in the sector. And guess what? Some self-hating people because they mad at other women, or some self-hating women who want to, like Beach, are opening the door to let them in. Beach said the manosphere was coming to take over the beefing sector because the money is here. And then they need, they like to use women as frontline army. They gonna put you out there in the front to get pop 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 and all that kind of stuff first, while they sit back and do their nails, eat up your children's cereal, play the PlayStation, and live comfortably without having any responsibilities. That's what these men are, and this is the agenda that they're pushing. They're pushing PIMP. They're pushing it. They say reverse roles, reverse gender roles, or whatever. That's why, in a lot of ways, they are intimidated by studs, and especially studs like me that look male, act male, and that are like me. That's where a lot of my flack come from, and then I already know, why, what, who, what, where, why. I was in actively participating in the Black women empowerment sector. Uh, but see, I'm boots on the ground. I'm gonna move around. I'm gonna do things, like I'm a true activist and a true advocate of anything that I'm passionate about, anything that I stand on. Yet I'm not trying to be a part of a all female. And it just somebody out here making lesbians look real bad and stuff like that, because it's hard enough. It was already hard enough in a community being a lesbian and stuff like that. That's why, uh but I paved my way, and I did it with respect. But like people, everybody be chasing clout. Everybody see these avenues. Some people try to catch it, cash it, catch it, cash it, and they don't mean it. So I've learned not to jump on everybody's wave. So back to the subject of hand, Rob Rack has stated honestly that he's clout chasing. He wants to stay in the beef sector. He wants to hotep hustle. He wants to get in some women's pocketbooks, upper and bottom. He doesn't really like most of these pro-black men. Most of these black men, they don't like black women. They don't respect y'all. Like I stated earlier, y'all are like doormats. Y'all usable concubines. They want to exploit you. How can I make $1 off of you? So pretty much that's what Rob Rax initially started out with Treecey for. And now he sees that, okay, like just notice if he doesn't talk about Treecey, he doesn't get any more views because all of his people came from the beefing sector. Just like when I started my channel, I started in the beefing sector and I wasn't, really like a beefing person. So, like it's just like, okay, yeah, you might get this, long as you're doing this, you're gonna get this. When you stop doing this, you're not gonna get that. You know what I mean? So he sees that he can't do that. So basically, I'm gonna tell you what he gonna do. He gonna ride Treecey till he feel like he done buried her and got his momentum, and then he gonna find him another. He gonna find somebody else to attach to, like Prime. Prime attached to Treecey. Prime attached to MU. Prime attached to Treecey, MU. Now over there with Kiki. It's clout. It's using, abusing, clout chasing for the benefit of that dollar. And narcissists like to abuse. These people they want to degrade you. They want to abuse you. They want you to be broken. Because if you're broken, you're gonna be desperate. Guess what you're gonna do when you're desperate? Do anything for a little attention, a little validation. They working on you. You hear Prime? He think I'm in divestment. No, I support anything Black women empowerment. Divestment is like basically when people like when they find it better to just start they're looking at their best options to date outside their race. I sometimes call myself a divester because I'm a lesbian. But really they don't add that on. And really they haven't embraced lesbianism. There's somebody who's trying to do it, but she's doing it the wrong way, and it's gonna fail because she's no different from Manosphere, a narcissist. And it's for their own purpose, their own agenda. It's not for the true purpose or whatever. But you get out here, you find a way to make a wave, become controversial, be a shock jock, and they attack any major female content creator. So don't think you're gonna ride their wave, but they gonna protect. Nah, look at what they do to Tasha K. Look at what they do to CNG. Any major, and go ask them. Any major content creator has been attacked by them. Black female content creator has been attacked by them. While their queen, just pearly things and stuff, is not a melanated woman. So don't think, okay, well, I'm different. You're not. Just like this beach over there. She over there thinking she hit HBIC. No. They look at you just like they look at anybody else. When they're talking about the next one, they're talking about you too. And he's admitted to being a narcissist. And I've done several videos prior to this one breaking down narcissism. Plus, you can look it up, research it, or whatever. But basically, these are people who know they ain't nothing, or they have low self-esteem or whatever, and they need that narcissistic supply. They need you to feed their ego. They need that money so they can control you. They want to dig in your pocket. They don't want you to have nothing, so that because if you got something, you ain't gonna want them. And that's pretty much the basis of it. That's why I push women empowerment, not no fake women empowerment, not no fake egotistical, narcissistical thing. Finding loving yourself internally, whoever, flaws and all. Love that you got life. Love that, that. Because there's something good about all of us. Because God don't create no junk. Find your strengths, lay on that, and work on your weaknesses. That's all. Everybody, ain't nobody out here better than the next. Ain't nobody perfect. A narcissist when they try to make themselves better than the next. God didn't make nobody better than the next. Everybody had their day and time, 5, 15 minutes of fame, whatever. You know, if they did it, you can do it too. Simple as that. But at any rate, the more attention that you give these people, And you see they jumping hurdles, stealing cows, uh what chickens and all kinds of stuff for attention. They're doing anything for attention because it's called narcissistic supply to feed their ego so they can abuse you, control you, so that they can just feel some temporary relief. And that's all that is. So, by giving Rob Rex attention, by giving Prime and Kiki and all these people attention, you're supplying the narcissist. And it's some other ones too. There's some, yeah, I know who the other ones are. But when you sit there and give them attention, you're supplying, the narcissistic supply. So you're keeping it going, you're spreading it or whatever because that came from childhood trauma. You're spreading trauma and a lot of different things. And look, um, like I said, I'm undefined when it comes down to religion. I do believe in a Most High and all of that. I learned from everything. Christianity, I learned from everything. Like I said, I appreciate some things about Hebrew. I appreciate some things about Muslim. I appreciate. I learn. I look at things as learning. I don't really look at conforming or whatever. I grow. I'm trying to grow and expand. So it's not that I'm anti anything or anything, but it's like we just got to keep our minds open. We have to think, get out that box, because it's easy to herd a bunch of cattle and sheep and put them back into captivity or whatever if you're not a thinker. So once again, this was in my catalog. It was another one that I thought that was good to come forward. I was sitting here a little bored, so I decided to just go ahead and release this one. And like I said, because it's important for people to know the way that people get into the sector, the way that people take over the sector, because they know this is a male identified sector. They know that more women are going to support men, more women are going to go give men their money. They know that a lot of women are thirsty, they're desperate, they're broken, all of that. So they hustlers, they hotel hustlers. So they coming in, but y'all got to stop opening that door for abuse, for hurt, for disappointment. And until next time, this is y'all see why I'm, like I tried to find a perfect name. Unapologetically QI think fits. Because it's like I have so many thoughts and I want to just say them. And then I want to say, I don't want to offend anyone or anything like that. I'm just, like I said, I'm just here to make you think. I don't like coming after people. I don't like hurting people or anything. You know, I want to help heal. I want to make things better. I think that, we can make the world a better place. I think that, like we can produce more positivity. I think that. And, I'm going to keep trying until like I'm no longer on earth. I feel better like this. I sleep better like that. I don't mind. But like I said, until next time, and I appreciate all y'all. Y'all smash that like. I'm trying to get into analytics. I like doing, I'm going to be like I said, I'm going to be covering the FBG case is hard, but I have found some avenues. It's just going to take a minute or so and I already have some updates and stuff on that case, but like like I'm going to wait. It's not just the time right now because it just started and things haven't rolled, but like As time progress, I'm gonna, and I'm probably gonna do some uploads with that, and so I gotta stop being so lazy and go and break out my computer again. Because I want to give y'all visuals. And I want to break down legally what they mean. And I'm talking about the court case. I'm not trying to solve nothing. I'm not trying to blame nobody, pinpoint nobody. I'm just simply going to be covering the court cases, the court case, what the prosecution and the defense are saying, what the judge is saying. That's all. What legal terms or legalities they're saying. I'm not trying to blame anyone or anything. I'm going to, because one of the things that I've noticed is that a lot of times when people have their favorites, like a lot of people like Lil Durk music, a lot of people I like both of their music. I like some of King Von's music. So, but I ain't gonna tell no lie. I like FBG Duck because I watched a lot of them earlier vlogs and stuff. Like, I actually know D Money, the girl that lost her life that they thought was Duck's girlfriend. I actually, knew who she was, watched her, because I used to watch a lot of them earlier vlogs, Zach TV, Status Update, and all of that. I followed them for a long time. Can't get right, man. He was like, he didn't even talk a lot, but something about him that I like. I would like to know more about him. So it's like, I was able, because they vlogged a lot. So, you could get real familiar with them. Now, on the other end, the old black people, they would come on dissing and different things like that on YouTube or whatever. But, they didn't open up a lot. So you really couldn't, but it's no hatred. Then I got blood family members on their side. You know what I'm saying? So, the whole thing intrigued me. And I just noticed how they're proceeding with this case, because this has a lot to do with politics, re-election. These federal cases and stuff are, like, for people's career advancements and different things of that nature. So it's deeper than what most people think. And and I just, I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna present some of that stuff or whatever as unbiasedly as I can. That's why I'm not rushing. I'm trying to get enough information. I'm trying to do my due diligence to get all my facts, because I'm presenting nothing but facts, no conspiracies, no speculation or anything of that nature. And the YSL case is ongoing too. Now, we all know that's a circus. They have, like, just doing jury selection and everything. That has been a complete circus. Though, and I'm gonna tell you, those are some of the best defense attorneys and some of the best state attorneys that I've seen. I mean, they in there battling. Y'all like beefs? They be up in there intellectually battling. So that's like, oh man. But they just started. They just finished jury selection, and they just started. But it's just, they're still, I think, trying to certify um what do we call those? The experts, the people, like the FBI, gun, GUN experts and different things of that nature. So they were still in the process of doing that. So nothing major has happened as of yet in terms of reporting on, other than the dude BB. He pleaded, like, right before the first day of court. But a lot of this stuff is interesting. I haven't really been keeping up with Melly. But I do know this. I do know my phone is ringing. I do know that they're trying to get Melly's case thrown out because there was some document tampering with the what do you call that? The discovery. The discovery. They're saying that the discovery was tampered with or whatever. So, there's a 50-50 chance that his case could be thrown out. And I like to learn all this stuff. And it also teaches, and it also should show a lot of the youth what not to do. That crime does not pay. they're getting more advanced in terms of technology and different things, and you get to learn a lot of this, stuff. So that's why, I'm intrigued and interested. Shout out to all the people in the chat. I see some of my day ones. Y'all know who I know who y'all are, and I love y'all. Yeah, a lot of RICO charges. Y'all know I know who y'all are and everything. And you, like I said, I love everybody that supports me. I'm trying to, cause really, I do this because I care. So, and I am talented or whatever, but this is new for me. So I'm trying to groom it. I'm trying to fine tune it. So y'all bear with me as I do that, and I thank everybody who's along for the ride. And like I said, I'm gonna get StreamYard. We're gonna start being interactive. Just be patient with me. But until next time, this is unapologetically QI. And guess what? It was another one of our med checks. And until next time, I am out.